63,000 miles, 1990 Honda CRX. Just drove to Leesburg, Virginia. Met up with a guy, Facebook Marketplace. 63,000 original miles, 1990 CRX, base model. Driving her home. Because that's, I guess, what I do. So, show it to you when I get it home. So a couple weeks back, the lady wanted a little Honda to add to the stable. We found a 1990 CRX in Leesburg, Virginia, 63,000 original miles. First video, or the start of this video, is me driving it back. I've never driven one. Little tiny car. I think they weigh like 1,900 pounds factory. This is a DX model, 92 horsepower, I think, stock. Not much done to it. Everything looks stock. Despite only being 92 horsepower, I guess the power to weight ratio, it is a zippy little fun thing to drive. I do some driving here shortly. Being a manual, you can rev it to the moon if you feel like it. So I feel like I can zip around, dart in and out of traffic. It's so low to the ground, I can take turns pretty speedily. But just a blast to drive, lots of fun. You know, all 90s Honda, interior especially. Way too low for me. It's got Skunk 2 coilovers that I look like are completely bottomed out. So that'll be rectified next. You hear me talk about it a couple times, but there's a repair on the seat. You know, because it's so low, I think when anybody driving it gets in and out, they just drag their back and butt along the seat and just shred the left side of the seat. So, having a blast with it so far. This ended up being a longer video. I just kept compiling video as we started working on it and stuff. So, her car, I drive it more than she does because it's fun. So, the hatch is sweet. The flat back glass is fun to see through. And apparently the flip up trunk covers always break, so I bought a piano hinge to zip that back together so it at least stays in one piece. Again, 90s Honda cardboard, press board, whatever it actually is. So drop a like, drop a comment if you got any questions or you want me to check something out. Let me know. Have a good one. View is killer. So I reset the trip odometer a couple miles after we started the trek home, after the lady friend got this little hatch
So the worst part that I've seen, little broken plastic pieces on the mirror, the little clock covers broke, but we Carfaxed it. The mileage looks to be correct, so I don't think anybody swapped the cluster or anything like that. It's very clean. I think it's been resprayed, but big deal. Quick little car for the base model. It's a blast. It's a little too low for me personally, but probably rectify that here shortly. One of the things missing in the CRX, the little mirror adjustment cover piece. So I got on eBay, the best thing for everything, and got totally new or new old stock replacement pieces. So easy peasy. Looks way better. The other one's there. So the next little trim piece I want to replace is the clock cover there. So the little things, always the little things. Hey, what are you doing? All right, little sound audio stereo install for the CRX. Got a Kicker HS10, the Hideaway subwoofer. There's the plug, the wiring harness. But I did get the Kicker KISLs. It allows the speaker wires from the plug to go straight into the aftermarket head unit that's in it. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. What do you think, Rip? So initially I wanted to put the subwoofer under the seat, absolutely no room. Then I thought about putting it in this little Hideaway, not enough room again. So it'll go in the trunk, right about here, give or take. So I'll start running the wires this way. First thing I'm gonna do is disconnect the negative side of the battery, do all the appropriate don't shock yourself stuff. Find a hole in the firewall for the power wire, start there. Take off the shift knob. I'm gonna take the whole console out just to get the radio ready. See if I can find a way to run these wires under the carpet or something. Make it super clean. There's only a couple screws in there. There's one under there, over there, and then there's supposed to be 4 on the sides of the center console, but they're not in, so super easy. Set that aside. So now these screws, if you want to pull this panel off to get to the back of the radio, I mainly wanted this out of the way to start moving seats and carpets to see where I need to run these wires. So, all right, 4 bolts to take the seats out. Obviously you take the plastic covers off to expose the 4 bolts. Make sure you unplug seatbelt harness alert. Get a I use a little wedge from AutoZone. Pop up these so you don't break the plastics. Go slow. That'll get this all out of the way. You had to take off these 2 Torx T40 bolts for this little guy sitting there. That'll get this carpet up, then I can run the wires back in there. Should be pretty clean. Got it. Oh. We got it. We did it. Looks like we got everything working. Now it's vacuum under the seat while I have the seats out, because it's hard to get under there otherwise. So and you don't need to watch that. Not the super ideal best place for the base level knob, but it'll work. Out of the way. Everything's working. So the only thing really left to do, I need to get some stupid plastic pieces for like that cover, stuff like that, but nothing insane. I do want to redo. Hi dog. Penny! He's so old. Why are you so old? Oh my god. Cardboard rear speakers. So these are the factory rear speakers, 50 watt Honda, but they're cardboard and they're old. So my boy Pete had some 6.5 Hondas. They're Pioneer, but they're 60 watt. So we're gonna see if we can get these plugged in, give a little more oomph to the rear 6.5s. You're the man, Pete. Working. Yet more CRX. Changing the motor mounts. You saw the stick shift moving under gas, acceleration, and braking. So obviously the rear one, I'll show it to you when I get it out, but it is filled with plastic weld maybe to try to save it. So we're gonna get that out and replace all three with these innovative mounts. Let's go. Take off the 17mm right here, driver's side. That one's supposed to be welded on, but I don't think it is, so we're gonna try to bust that one loose too. So after you get that one out, it's not welded on, that one broke free. 15mm on the bottom, 19 on the top. This is a 17 that goes, come on baby. Let's see. Definitely gonna have to jack the motor back up to hit this. Yeah. Cracking everywhere. Yeah. That wasn't doing too much. So we'll get this one swapped out. There's the new one sitting in. We're gonna line everything up, get it snug. Can't do it one-handed. Putting this bolt back in, innovative. Didn't send me a spacer for the captive bolt, so I drilled out a 1/2" grade 8 nut and just use that. Pretty sure that'll work just fine. Alright, to try to make this one easier, I took out the battery. And previous owners, don't know who, not blaming anybody, but there's some gray goop in there. Not sure if that was on purpose or if that's like anti-seize or something. So I'm gonna take the air box off and this to hopefully get a better shot at this. So 18 and a 17, these all come out. There's some wires in the way, so you gotta finagle this bitch out. All right. This one's not bad at all. Not sure what that goop is, but this one could probably stay in. But because those are the polyurethanes from Innovative, I'm switching them up. So you got to get down in there, get these two bolts started without dropping it. I've already dropped this one twice. It's fun. And you got to get them started without much movement on the old fingers. You do not want to cross thread these, I assume. That would be not good. There we go. This is hard as shit to film because the angles are terrible, but a couple decent videos on YouTube I watched just didn't show enough, so I'm trying to show it a little bit more. So if you got to do this yourself, you realize it ain't that hard. It is doable. That may be my problem. That'll fix it, hopefully. Fuck this rear motor mount. Bullshit. Fuck, it's on the sideways. Fuck this rear motor mount. But it's going now. This is a pain in the dick, which explains why the previous owners just plasti welded it instead of doing it correctly. Because fuck this. So, alright. Finishing up. Did I hit stop?
What?
Did I hit stop on the GoPro?
I don't know if it's recording. I'm sitting on it.
It'll tell you.
It's still flashing red.
Oh yeah, hit the top button. Wide angle camera. think I'll notice?
I hope you do.
Huh?
I hope you do.
Stick shift didn't move when I reversed it.
Let's open up the gates.
Rippo. 3 motor mounts. That is the aftermath. That's how it always is. So, fuck that one. I think that was my issue. That's what was causing the stick shift to move around. Some of these were pretty rotted. So we got the innovative ones in. Rip's not excited because we haven't gone anywhere. What are you doing? Huh? So it's dark. Took it for a test drive around the neighborhood. Noticed a tiny bit of vibration, maybe, in the center console, but I just took that in and out to do the audio. The second I pushed on it with my hand, that stopped vibrating. I think overall it felt smoother. And you'll see in the little video, the stick shift was moving probably inch, 3/4 of an inch back and forth when I let off the gas, floored it, whatever. Now, almost no movement. So, got her to spin in second, messing around, taking off from a stop sign. So, loads of fun to drive this bad girl. And I think that's a big issue that is now fixed. Pain in the butt. Took way longer than it probably should have, but we got it done. So, Rippo approves. What you think? So, fun project to the old stable. Lady friend likes it, Rip likes it. So, next thing I'm gonna do is replace the suspension and get it raised up a little bit. It's way too low. I'm gonna end up ripping the oil pan out or something. So, have a good one.